Hey guys, it's Kimberly here with Knit for Brains, and today we're going to be opening up the second installment or the second pattern for my Annie's Crochet Along. So stay tuned, let's see what I got. A couple months ago, I joined the Annie's Kit Club to do this floating lantern Afghan. And so I think it's each month or every other month or something. I think it's every other month. You get the yarn and the pack and everything to make, and it comes in installments. So the first one I actually finished. Here's what it looks like. Pretty. I'm liking it. And what I think I like about this is that because it comes in installments, there's not this huge rush to, oh my gosh, I have to finish it. You know, it kind of helps you, I think, to pace. At least it did with me. Now, I will say that I did, when this kit came, I was like, oh, I have to really rush and finish. But I only had like maybe 2 or 3 rows to do for it. But I'm liking it. I really think it's pretty. And then you do have some extra yarn. So I have this left over, which they said you would. So that's fine. In the first kit, just as a reminder, I got, in addition to the yarn, I think I got a hook as well. I'm pretty sure I got a hook, but I always use my own anyway. So let's just say that I did. But yeah, I also got 2 packages of the green stitch markers, 2 packages of the orange, and then 2 darning needles. And I don't know if I was supposed to get 2 of each or not, but I did. So that's just to kind of give you an idea. And then what I also like is that inside here, it gives you the actual instructions, and then it shows you here what that part of the pattern is supposed to look like. And then here on the back, it shows you what that part's going to look like in relation to the rest of the pattern. So that felt pretty straightforward to me and pretty organized. Now I get to see what's in the second part. Unfortunately, I didn't know what the colors are going to look like because they're not going to change, but who knows, maybe I'll get something else that's kind of fun in here. I think these kits are like, oh, maybe it's like $20 a month, but when you get your first month, you get, I think I got like 50% off or something. So the first month only cost me like $9. Actually, here's a little receipt. Here's the what for. So this will tell me exactly what I paid. Okay. Annie's Kit Club. There it is. Okay. All right. So here is what you get. Oh, customer service envelope. So Annie's is out of Big Sandy, Texas, and they have different kits. If you don't want to do, they have knitting, they have crocheting, they have this kit in all different colors. They also had like dishcloths and I think amigurumi, they have embroidery, they have all kinds of different kits. So if Afghans are not your bag, that's okay. Then you can go and do other stuff. And I would assume, no, I think the cost is the same per kit, but maybe you get more kits or something like that. Okay, so here is your next MAC Afghan Floating Lantern shipment. We hope you are continuing to enjoy all the lovely projects in the series. Now, in addition to the instructions that they give you, they also, which I'm sure is going to be on the inside here, a QR code so you can actually watch video tutorials as well as like an online, like a forum, and there's different workshops and tutorials you can get on all different stitches. So it's a pretty dynamic. You don't just get, you know, this little deal. You get a whole bunch of stuff. So this cost me $19.99. So that's what it's going to cost you each month. So $20. And then shipping and processing is $5.95. So that's okay, you know, because you got to pay shipping somewhere, right? You got to pay the man. All right. So this is this month's. Oh, cool. Okay. I got different colors, which I'm happy about. And here's an interesting part, which now it makes sense to me. On the last pattern, it was showing me that I was going to do this part of the pattern that I actually didn't see. It showed me that I was going to do, look closely, this little outside area here. And I was like, I don't actually have that color. It was like a teal-ish color. And I was very confused. See here? The instructions only give me directions to this blue indigo part right here. All this out here I didn't get. I was like, oh, did I miss a step? What did I do? But now I see these guys. So now I'm like, okay, that ties into the next one. All right, so the yarn that they give you is their Premier Anti-Pilling Everyday Worsted. So it's a weight of 4, and you get a full skein, so you will have extras left over. This is So it's the Everyday Worsted, 90 yards, 100% anti-pilling acrylic. And again, it's a weight of 4, 82 meters, 1.76 ounces, 50 grams. All right, so this color here I get is called Saffron. And these are the ones I got last time. So this was called Indigo. And this is Cream. This was called, I think, Peach. Or no, it was called Sand. This was called Sand. This was... started with an R. Oh, I can look in the pattern book, can't I? Sorry, it's a Monday morning for me. Not for you, but it's a Monday morning for me. Rocco Rose. This was Rocco Rose. And this again was Indigo. Oh no, they did call this Peach. I apologize. They did call this Peach Sand. That's what they called this. And then this one was Cerulean. Kind of like a pale blue. Okay, so I'm getting some different colors going on here. This is exciting. So the first one we got was Saffron, kind of a nice mustardy, saffron-y yellow. Then we got, this is sort of your mainstay color. And so this is called the Indigo, I believe. Indigo, yep. And I got 2 skeins of that. So this is your primary color. Then I also ended up getting Aquamarine. Now these, that's a pretty color. These colors are specific to Annie's. So these are Premier Anti-Pilling, which is a great yarn because it says it stays new like new, wash after wash. So that's good. This is a very easy wash and, which is, it's kind of what you want for an Afghan. You want an easy wash and wear. Wash it, put it in the dryer. It's going to look like new. It's not going to pill. The color's not going to fade. So that's why this is a great yarn to use for an Afghan. And then I got this color here, which is called Mediterranean. Pretty. So these are the colors that I get to use for this month. And I still have extra yarns, and it says to keep them. So these are all the way, oops, not this one. This is all the way to 4, and this is what I have left over. So that's good. If I don't end up using it, it said to hold on to it, but if I don't end up using it, I could use these for my Granny Square project. Project Welcome Home. I'll talk a little bit of that at the end, but I'm looking for Granny Squares to be donated for my Welcome Home project. So these are the yarns I got for this month. And this is the pattern Kit 2. Okay, so this is going to be Kit 2. So now I'm going to extend and do these corner pieces, basically from that teal all the way out to the edges we're going to do. So it looks like that might be, this is what the saffron's, that little bits of yellow. Yeah. Okay, and so with each pattern, you get like 12, 13, so you get like 13 rows. I think with the first month, I got like 17 rows or something like that. Very, very doable. Very doable. Yeah, it was 17 rounds with this kit. And then, so I'm excited. I really enjoyed it. It was a very easy, fun yarn to work with. Oh, nice. Then they give you bigger pictures. And then you end up doing the border. So that's going to be a little bit of an extra. So that's basically, once this is done, I will have my centerpiece of the Afghan complete. This part here. Then the next group is going to be here. And then I presume all the rest is going to be these squares. But this is what it's going to look like in totality. Exciting. Okay, so I didn't get any of the fun little toys and gadgety gadgets. I didn't get any more hooks. I didn't get any more stitch markers or anything like that. That's okay. I have plenty of those. But I just basically got my yarn and the instructions. Okay? So I know that there's some of you out there that are doing this. As a matter of fact, some of you commented on my first video and said, ooh, I'm doing that kit as well. Somebody was also doing the floating lanterns. So comment below. Join in again. They're like, well, if you're doing it, I'll doing it. So come on, join in. Tell me where you're at. Join us over on the Facebook page, Kimberly with Knit for Brains, because I'll be posting progress there, but post your projects or progress there as well. Let me know. It's really pretty. I'm really liking these little squares here on the ends. And they came in different colors too. So if you didn't like this color scheme, you could choose a different color scheme. And like I said, you could do one of the other projects as well. $20 a month. If you ever do like subscription yarn boxes, I think this is a good deal. Subscription yarn boxes typically go for like $28, $30, so it's a little bit less than that. And you actually get a pattern, get to make something, whereas the other subscription boxes, typically you just get yarn, maybe you get a little project or something like that. This is my second month, month 2, of my Annie's Moroccan Tile Afghan, the Floating Lanterns Afghan. Isn't it gorge? I'm super excited when this is going to be done. Even the Brit said, you know, that's actually coming along really nice. And the yarn feels really, really good. It's got some really nice weight to it. It's not too shiny. It's not splitting. It's a nice quality yarn. It's really, really nice. I'm really liking this. So I'm happy. I'm happy with it. That was my first month. I was like, well, okay, if I don't like it, whatever. But it also introduced you to some new, stitches and things like that. All right. Comment below if you are doing one of these. If you want to do it, I will include the link to the Annie's Kit Crochet. I am an affiliate with Annie's, so I get a little itty bitty tiny commission, but basically it just helps to support the channel. The Brit will says it just helps to buy more yarn that I can bring to you and show you yarn. But whatever. So go and check them out, see if you like them. All right, so really quick, the Project Welcome Home. If you don't know what I'm speaking about, I'll include a link to the video at the end here. But what I'm doing is I work in an assisted living facility when I'm not doing these videos, and I teach yoga to a bunch of assisted living or seniors in this assisted living center. What we're going to do with Project Welcome Home is we are making granny square lap blankets for these people. So every person who comes in as a new resident, they're going to get, or even as an existing resident, I can't leave them out. They're going to get a granny square lap blanket from us. Just a little bit of a token, a little wrap in love, a little bit to say hi and welcome home. Because a lot of times these people, they've probably been living in their own home for the last 50 years. And when they move into an assisted living facility, typically they have to relinquish their cars. They're not driving. If they have pets, they do allow them to keep cats, but not dogs. And so sometimes that's even limited. They might have just lost a spouse. They might be, away from their family. And so they feel depressed and lonely and sad and sometimes even mad. And so I just thought it'd be so great just to make these little welcome home blankets. Not big, just a little lap blanket. So what do I need from you? I just need the granny squares. I don't care what color they are, if they're cotton or they're acrylic, if you have just scrap yarn. I don't want you to go out and buy new yarn. I mean, if you do, bless you, but you don't have to. Just make up some granny squares, and then you can pop them in the post to me. I have a P.O. box that is collecting them, and then I'm going to start going live with the granny squares, and I'm going to sew them together. I'm going to sew them all up together. Some people asked if you want to include like a little note or something. Oh my gosh, yes, that would be so beautiful. So if you do include a note, what I'm going to do is I'm going to include those notes and whatever with the blanket. So when it's given to somebody, everybody who contributed to that blanket, those little cards and those little notes will go with that blanket. And then the people will be able to, to read who it came from and stuff like that. I think that's a wonderful idea. So, and I don't care if it's a square, if it's a circle. If you're going to make a circle, that's fine. Just square it off because they're going to be a series of squares. If you're going to make some small squares, you can make them as big as you want. If you want to make them like this size, that's fine. If you want to make them something even bigger, I'll just build, but probably nothing much bigger than this. I'll just build around it because I just want it to be a lap blanket. If you want to make them tiny like this, just make enough so that I can, kind of include them, because 4 of these guys equals 1 of these guys. So I think you get the gist. All I'm looking for are granny squares so that I can make blankets for Project Welcome Home. So I thought that was a wonderful idea. So that's it. That's what we got going on today. This is my week 2 of my Annie's Floating Lanterns Afghan. Got a lot more stuff coming up this week, so make sure you stay tuned. I'm going to start doing some more tutorials, and I'm probably going to start doing some lives, so definitely hang in there for all of that good stuff. And don't forget to join us over at Kimberly with Knit for Brains over on our Facebook page. And if you liked this video, just go ahead and share it with someone. Just like. If you already subscribed, or if you want to subscribe or you're not so into subscribing, that's okay too. Share this with a friend. Like it and share it with a friend, because that helps this channel as well. And we're very, very, very close to 3,000 subscribers. Our numbers are just booming and booming. So I love it. Thanks so much for watching. This is Kimberly with Knit for Brains. And as always, I'll see you soon.